dear guests of this crypto asset conference, I'm excited to present our book. It somehow feels like this event brings together things that do belong together, although everything is very different and feels very different now than it did a couple of months back. I'm totally out of my comfort zone here, so when you want to see my speech later at 4:15, that's more up my alley, but this is why I'll just also read this out. So everything that I felt I should have expressed around the subject, I have done via my LinkedIn profile prior to the publication of the book. So instead today, I want to focus on the topics that really excited Philipp and me writing this book about Bitcoin. We've always argued a lot about the many articles, publications, and statements of very smart entrepreneurs, bankers, politicians that again got it completely wrong. At one point, we agreed that we would write a book that comes clean with all the misperceptions about Bitcoin. A book that people could relate to locally and use as a good entry point. It was a matter of the heart for both of us. When we started to write about Bitcoin, we understood quickly that in order to write about Bitcoin, we need to understand money. Understanding money sounds plain, but it's more complex than it seems at first sight. Understanding the difference between a currency and money, what is it that qualifies money and differentiates money from currencies? As humans, we exchange our lifetime for money through the process of work in one way or the other. It should be common sense that every person should be able to save money and be able to spend it at around the same face value in the future. The reality we live in could not be further from this truth. Bitcoin, as one of very few contenders, provides a fair chance of making this possible again. The effect that weak money has on our behavior, in my opinion, cannot be overestimated. And I do not only mean economic behavior, but it really affects every aspect of our life. It teaches us high time preference. Bitcoin, in contrast, teaches everyone low time preference again. This is how we do believe that Bitcoin has a chance of being a teacher that reverts some of the habits we as humans have come accustomed to since the point in time our parents were our age. A book about a low time preference economy powered by Bitcoin was a topic we informally agreed to write our next book about. We were excited about the powerful move of MicroStrategy and spent hours discussing the implications as well as the brilliance of the move per se back in 2020. The realization that must have occurred within Michael Saylor in selling more convertibles at almost no interest to purchase more and more Bitcoin, starting Mondays, being oversubscribed on Wednesdays, with another convertible of over $1 billion raised must have been astounding. Being wary of the incurring inflation while attending to save the own cash on the balance sheet, Michael Saylor at the time gave desperate debt investors a way out in search for yield. This story is far from being over and will likely showcase how treasury management with non-defective assets really can be a game changer for companies, but in the future also countries. These were all things we've been intensely debating and we're incredibly exciting about. There has been a lot happening since early this year, which I know would have continued to excite Philipp, as it equally excites every one of us. We can only continue to carry forward the enthusiasm he had and try to be thankful and not miserable. Thankful for the new and additional perspectives his presence and companionship has given to so many of us. I hope you enjoy this book.